All right, people. Morning. It's Sunday morning, and I got some stuff to say after this little impeachment trial and all this kind of stuff. It's just my opinions now. You can take it how you want to. I don't care. First off, Republicans, Democrats, all this stuff is a bunch of bull. Y'all supposed to be working together for the people, not for y'all political gain, not for having power, doing all this and all that, because y'all don't have no power. Y'all just assume that y'all have power. They don't have no kind of power because we vote them in. Now, my problem comes into the effect where y'all put stuff in legislation without our permission. Y'all just do it. And we don't get to vote on it. Y'all vote on it. And that shouldn't be how that works. We voted y'all in. We should vote to vote for the laws and stuff that y'all pass. That's just simple as that. Next, Republicans acquitted Mr. Donald Trump on the technicality that it was unconstitutional to impeach a former president. I understand their logic. I don't agree with it, but legal-wise, I definitely understand their logic. And I think their point was to let people know that you cannot impeach a former president. You can charge him for the actions that he done while he was president, not the fact that he's no longer president. Perfectly understandable. So that impeachment trial just wasted our tax money. And if y'all don't wake up and realize every legislation that goes into Congress, the House, or whatever the case may be, court dates for anything, we pay for that. And they make these decisions to do this stuff without our consent. They do this. We have no say-so in the matter. So, I think we need to stand up and start making sure that the people are in control of the legislation. People are in control of the legislators, because they just have been given free reign to do whatever the hell they want to do. They take our money and spend our money where they feel is needed to be spent at, not where we need it to be spent at. They feel is needed to be spent at. All these other countries and stuff they sending money to, it's unnecessary to me. We need help here, not over there. We need help here. Y'all want to base the United States as helping other countries and stuff like that, but y'all not even helping our country. Next. Please do not think these people are gonna raise minimum wage to $15. That's just not gonna happen. Because if they do, a lot of people will lose their jobs, because these companies are not gonna pay you $15 an hour to work at McDonald's. They ain't not finna pay you no $15 to work at Popeyes. They're not finna pay you no $15 to work at Dollar General. They not finna pay you no $15 to work at Walmart. You will lose your job requesting $15 an hour, getting in the door. It's just not gonna happen. There's no possible way that would ever happen. They don't like y'all like that. And if they do decide to raise, and see, this is what y'all didn't pay attention to, that Biden's thing was to raise federal minimum wage to $15. That means federal jobs, not McDonald's, Walmart, gas stations. That's what that means, federal. jobs. That means you have a federal paycheck coming. $15 an hour. It's not gonna mean they're gonna give you $15 an hour to work at Popeyes. $15 an hour to work at the gas station. Not gonna happen at all. Period. You can forget about that. So, if they raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, a gallon of milk is gonna be $7. A loaf of bread is gonna be $6. A pack of ground meat is gonna be $20-something, and that's just gonna be maybe 4 or 5 pounds, if that. It's ridiculous that these people come in here and try to make these promises and y'all vote for them and then fall for it, because that's not how shit works in there. And I've been paying attention to this, and I realize all they are negotiators. They negotiate this, they bring this idea to the table, and they vote on the idea. Then they send the idea somewhere else and vote on it again. Then they send it somewhere else to get it voted on again. Then they send it somewhere else to get it voted on again. I mean, it goes through like 5 to 10 different votes before it even gets put in the legislation. So I'm here to let y'all know that these people are nothing but negotiators. These people are making millions of dollars off of our tax money because they sit in a building all day and read paperwork and vote on stuff. Millions of dollars. I don't think they should be making more than $100,000 a year. And they need to get that at the beginning of the year and don't get nothing else. Now, they travel expenses and stuff, that's completely understandable. But going out to eat on the government budget? No. Your lunch? Not government money. No. That's my goddamn money. That's my lunch money that you going to spend and getting $50, $60 lunches and only eating half of it. And yes, I mean this. All right. Next. If what Donald Trump supposedly did, accusations that he did, if he's able to do this and get away with this, isn't that a sign that one person does not need to be completely in charge? It's just an idea, though. And I've been thinking about this for a while. Again, I think there needs to be a president for each nationality in this country. One to speak on that race's individuality, equality, money, health, whatever the case may be. There do not need to be one damn person in charge of everything, because we see what one person will do if given the opportunity to, without a shadow of a doubt. So, my suggestion, there need to be a president for each nationality in the country. That way, somebody can speak for Asian Americans, somebody can speak for Hispanic Americans, somebody can speak for African Americans, somebody can speak for Caucasian Americans, somebody can speak for Muslim Americans, and every other nationality that is living in the United States of America. There should be one person representing them, speaking for them as their president. That way, there could never be this problem ever again. One person trying to keep power again. There will never be that. They'll never have that kind of power again. That solves that problem. Y'all don't understand that. Next, the Constitution. I'm sorry to say this. A lot of people are not going to like it, but it is what it is. I think y'all need to redo the Constitution. and have every nationality there to redo it, not just white people, because there were no black people that did the Constitution. Y'all want to talk about how y'all want to retain America's history. America's history is bleak, at least. The Indians, black people, Mexicans, white people didn't give a damn about any of us when they wrote the Constitution. Because in the Constitution, if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but I think in the Constitution they have rights of owning black people at the beginning of the Constitution. Man, I might be wrong, maybe not. I might be wrong. Somewhere in that shape, form, or fashion, they had laws in place that we couldn't own anything, we couldn't have anything, we were property. So, I think they need to redo the Constitution, and every race should be there available to dictate what gets put in and what doesn't get put in. And I need to redo everything of the Constitution, not just parts, not just redress. They need to redo everything, and I mean everything from the top and the bottom. Every legislation in the Constitution or Bill of Rights or whatever the case may be that is in the United States of America, in the democracy, in legislation, all that shit needs to be redone. Under the fact that people in America are not just white. Everything on the Constitution was established on white people, not African Americans, not Asian Americans, not Mexican, Hispanic Americans, not Muslim Americans. It was all based on Caucasian American rights. What they wanted done in their country, in their states that they stole. But they want you to know America's history. Y'all history is bleak at best. It is very hostile, in my words. Y'all took everything that y'all wanted. Didn't share anything. Y'all still don't share anything. Y'all do not give a darn about y'all neighbors. And that's really messed up. And that's not all white people, there's some of them. And don't get me wrong, it's black people as well. Black people got it worse than white people because white people instilled that in us to act that way towards our people. It's crucial the way, the times that we live in, the way that we live in. Don't have your mind set and right at any given time, everything can fall apart. You can't depend on your government, can't depend on the police officers, can't depend on legislation, can't depend on the laws, can't depend on the justice system. And they say America is the wealthiest country in the world. But everywhere I go, there's homeless people on the street where I live at. Everywhere I go, there's homeless people. Everywhere I go, there's people losing their houses. People working 2 to 3 jobs just to pay rent. They don't include anything else. They got food, clothes, water, electric, cars, insurance, car note. They don't include none of that. Working 3 jobs just to pay the rent. Next, I seen an article about Governor Greg Abbott still hasn't answered my request to an interview. Tagged him in numerous videos. He still won't. It's gonna be politically known sooner than later. Hint, hint, wink, wink. That his unacknowledgement of me will be broadcasted. But I read an article about, I read a lot of news and politic articles now. And it was a article about him firing off at a New York governor about prices of rent during the pandemic. I've lived in Texas and Houston all my life. Rent in Texas, not just Texas, excuse me, rent in the United States of America has gotten ridiculous. How you expect somebody to pay $1,700 for a 1-bedroom, 2-bath? I mean, seriously, $1,700 for a 1-bedroom, 2-bath? That's ridiculous, unnecessary. People charge it. These are apartment complexes, and you can't get one of those if you got an eviction. Brings us to another topic. All these goddamn pandemic evictions that people have gotten. I wonder if these apartment complexes, these housing people, are they gonna pay attention to that? Is that considered a regular eviction, or is that a pandemic eviction? Because see, they passing laws to stop evictions, but that's not gonna help people when they have eviction on their rental history. Rental history, credit history, all that stuff affects if you have a eviction on it. So it's like you did all that work and you lost your job because of the pandemic, and you can't recover because you have to leave your house, foreclosure, leave your house and apartment or whatever the case may be. And because of the pandemic, you have no control over this. But when everything gets back together, you start getting your stuff back together, you're trying to get your stuff back together, you can't get nowhere to stay for you and your family because of an eviction. I wonder what they're gonna do about that. Just a question. So, haven't finished editing my next show yet. It's almost done. I want it to almost be perfect. It's a lot of topics I'm gonna be talking about, and I'm gonna be introducing someone to the show. He's gonna be a good associate of mine. Our relationship was kind of close for a while back. Kind of got separated. He's a real good associate of mine. And I'd like to bring in his way of thinking against mine, to bring a kind of impartial debate on the subject matters at hand. This is going to be the start of something more elaborate and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe evolving, of a display of debates that I want to pursue. All boiling down to a purpose. It will be announced on my 5th episode. So, prepare for that. Those was just some thoughts that I had this morning. Nothing really crucial. Some stuff to draw controversy. I love a good debate. I love a good argument, especially a black person argument. Yeah, those are different kind of arguments. They get heated and loud and vulgar, but they just conversations. That's it for right now. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Enjoy. Repost. Share. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Y'all enjoy this Valentine's Day. And I hope that you have a blessed day. Enjoy that significant other. Make that time for that person.